This is the MOVA LiDAX Ultra 3000, and this is the Mammotion Luba 3. In this video, we'll be comparing two robot lawnmowers. We'll talk about the features and what is similar and what's different. Just taking a look at these two robot lawnmowers, you can tell right off the bat that they look different. However, they do have similar features. They both look very sleek. The MOVA LiDAX Ultra 3000 looks like a Porsche 911, and then the Mammotion Luba 3 looks like an F1 car. As far as setup goes, both were very similar and easy to get started. The MOVA has two parts to the base. The upper half snaps into the bottom half. Then you're ready to find out where you want to install the base. I put it on paper stones, so I didn't really need any lawn screws to secure it to the ground. If you install it in the lawn or a place with mulch or a flower bed, you'll need to use the 6 holes on the base to put the lawn screws through to secure it to the ground. Once the base is ready, you can screw the waterproof connector to the power brick. And once that's ready to go and tight, you can plug it into the wall. Once it's plugged into the wall, you can slide the robot lawnmower onto the base and it'll start right up. From here, you're going to be able to open up the MOVA app and connect to it via Bluetooth. Now you're off to the races, setting up the passcode, and you can start mapping your lawn. The Mammotion is very similar. It only has one piece to the base and is secured by lawn screws as well. Once it's secured and plugged in, the mower is ready to be put on the base. It will also start up once it's on the base, and you can connect it via Bluetooth on the smartphone app and be ready to go and map your lawn. Both of these robot lawnmowers are big in size because they have dual cutting discs. The MOVA is just a little bit bigger and heavier, weighing in at 52 pounds. The Mammotion is weighing in at 42 pounds. For navigation, both of these robot lawnmowers don't use RTK antennas for positioning. We are thankful for that. The MOVA uses a 360-degree LiDAR sensor plus AI dual vision HDR 1080p cameras with UltraView 3.0. And the Mammotion uses Tri-Fusion navigation system using its 360-degree LiDAR sensor plus dual camera AI vision and net RTK. Both the MOVA and Mammotion state that it uses 360-degree LiDAR sensor and dual cameras to help detect objects up to 230 feet away. Both claim to detect 300 plus different objects such as people, pets, and other items like balls and toys in the yard. If the robot mowers don't detect something for whatever reason, they both have functioning bumpers up front. So if it bumps into something, they will know to stop and turn around. This keeps it from running over whatever it is. Here I test them both out with having a ball in the yard to see what they do. The MOVA sees the ball and slows down and maneuvers around it. The Mammotion also sees it and slows down, but turns around and goes back. When the ball is removed, both mowers go back and finish the uncut areas. Both the MOVA and Mammotion are all-wheel drive robot mowers. Both have Omni front wheels, but the rear wheels are a bit different. The MOVA has a lot larger rear wheels, and they're more rubber-like, more of a hard rubber. The Mammotion has smaller rear wheels, and they're a little bit squishier and rubber-like. Both the robot lawnmowers have suspension for rough terrain. The MOVA suspension has a little bit more movement in it, while the Mammotion is a little bit more rigid. All of this helps for them both to climb slopes up to 80%, which is 38.6 degrees. So if you have any hills in your yard, both robot lawnmowers will be able to tackle them. When talking about mowing capabilities, the MOVA does have a wider width at 15.8 inches compared to the Mammotion's 15.7 inches. It's a 0.1 inch, not too much of a difference. The MOVA and Mammotion both have mowing decks that float to help turf protection and to help prevent scalping. Both use cutting discs with razor-style blades. The MOVA has a 36-volt 7.5 amp-hour battery, while the Mammotion has a 21.6-volt 12 amp-hour battery. I had to do a little research because it looks like the Mammotion has a larger battery, but when you talk about what the watt hours are, the MOVA has a 270 watt-hour battery, while the Mammotion has a 252 watt-hour battery. As far as the mowing qualities go, I had the MOVA LiDAX Ultra 3000 mow the backyard, and the Mammotion Luba 3 mow the front yard. And here's what the backyard looks like before the mow. Here's what it looks like after it mowed. And here's what it looks like closer to the grass blades. Here's what the front yard looks like before the mow. Here's what the front yard looks like after the mow. And here's a closer look at the grass blades. Now, both of these robot lawnmowers don't have onboard trimming setups. However, the MOVA uses Ultra Trim 2.0, which leaves less than a 1.2 inch gap. The Mammotion doesn't have anything as far as trimming goes. Now, both of these don't actually have trimming lines, so they're not acting as actual trimmers. As far as anti-theft goes for these two robot lawnmowers, well, both weigh quite a bit, so it's not so easy for someone to pick them up and run away with it. The MOVA has real-time tracking via MOVA Link module using 4G. You'll get a notification from the app with lift detection, alarm, and alerts. There is a dedicated compartment for the AirTag, plus it's got a PIN code that you have to enter to use any of its functions. The Mammotion is very similar in the anti-theft area. It has lift detection, alarm, and app notification alerts. It has real-time tracking, and instead of a PIN code, it has ownership authentication, which requires the first owner's credentials to reset, re-register, or operate it. There isn't a specific spot on the Mammotion for an AirTag, however, there are many locations to put one and where they actually recommend it. Basically, both robot lawnmowers will be heavy paperweights if taken off your property. Both of these robot lawnmowers have rain sensors. This way it detects rain, so they're not just mowing in the rain. One thing I did find interesting is the MOVA can tell ambient temp and has a frost detection. So that way it's not going to mow in the morning when there's frost on the ground. Looking at the controls on each of the mowers, the MOVA has a screen with quite a few onboard controls. You're able to scroll through the commands on the screen and control a lot with this mower this way. The Mammotion has control buttons as well on the top. However, there is no screen, so there's a little bit less to control. In my personal opinion, the app is easier to use for both mowers to control all the settings. So as far as mapping your lawn goes for both robot lawnmowers, the MOVA can map up to 150 different zones. The Mammotion can map 30 different zones. Both can map no-go zones, so you can avoid areas like trees or places with mulch, just places that you don't want the mower to go to that are inside the zones. Both can do multiple maps, allowing you the ability to map more than 1 yard. This way I can mow my yard, and then when it's done, I can take it over to my parents' house and mow their yard with it if I want to. Now, no, the mowers are not able to drive themselves to my parents' house from my house. We're not quite there yet. I'm not sure we'll ever get there. Never say never, though. Both robot lawnmowers have auto and manual mapping. The controls for the MOVA are done on screen with a single joystick, while the Mammotion uses a dual joystick style. The Mammotion uses one for left and right and one for forward and back, while the MOVA uses one joystick for forward and back and left and right. Both of the joysticks are easy to use and control. I've had zero issues with either of them being too sensitive and them making sudden movements, making the map incorrect. Both of them have far exceeded any other experience I've had with other mowers when it comes to on-screen controls when you're mapping your yard manually. Here are my final thoughts. Both the MOVA and Mammotion robot lawnmowers are pretty comparable in features and pricing. The MOVA can mow a little bit more on one charge. The MOVA has larger wheels and a little bit more aggressive when it comes to the rear wheels. Both the MOVA and Mammotion have similar cutting widths, which is nice because they can cut more in less time. If you're looking for less areas to trim, the MOVA can cut closer to the boundaries because of its Ultra Trim 2.0. That being said, you're still most likely going to be trimming in most areas with both of these lawnmowers. The MOVA has a screen and more onboard controls for people that need the option of more control without using the smartphone app. The Mammotion has some onboard controls, but not as much as the MOVA. Both MOVA and Mammotion have ditched RTK antennas, which I think nowadays is a must. They both use their own 360-degree LiDAR combined with their own dual AI camera systems. Both of this is for positioning and object detection. Overall, it comes down to what you favor more with the differences between the two. If you found my video helpful, please leave me a like and feel free to ask any questions down in the comment section below. If you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing for more tech reviews, home automation, home and automotive how-to videos. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.